This is Thursday, so welcome! Yay! The plan for today was for me to reenact the bubblegum challenge that Ellie did last Friday because she failed at it and I am good at blowing bubbles, I guess. That sounded a bit weird. Anyway, but due to my inability to edit a video, I'm not going to do that. I am going to... there's this video, the 51 books I read, and I'm going to do a response to that video because I like books. Anyway, so here we go. The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. It's like a lot of crooked fairy tales all together beautifully. It's a very good book, a very scary book. It's scary, really, really scary. The Annotated Chronicles from the Dragonlance series by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. Dungeons and Dragons style, it's also a very nice fantasy book. Bad Fairies, Good Fairies by Brian Froud. It's about fairies, obviously. Good and bad. Duh. Lemon Snicket, A Series of Unfortunate Events, Book 13, The End. Lovely book, funny, sarcastic, witty, tragic, obviously. I love the whole series. This is the only book of it I have in English, so I'm just showing you this one. Harry Potter, the whole 7 books, all of them in Greek, because my mum is a fan and I can't read anything in English that she wants to read too. The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I am not even going to say anything about this, you should all read it. The Silmarillion, also by Tolkien. Wonderful. The Children of Húrin, which is my favorite, I think, Tolkien story. It's tragic and lovely and beautiful. I adore it. The Earthsea novels by Ursula Le Guin. Green? Anyway, by this author. They're wonderful. I mean, I think one of the best fantasy stories I've ever read, because they're smart and their philosophy is deep, and it's not like we just write a few good battles and we describe a couple of characters and we're set. It's filled with philosophy and with, I don't know, I think it's a very, very smart book. Idylls of the King by Tennyson. La Mort d'Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory. I haven't finished that one. I know I should be ashamed of myself, but I only managed to go till Sir Lancelot and the Tale of Sir Lancelot and Queen Guinevere, but I know what happens in the end. The Curious Love Between the Horse and the Elm Tree. This is actually a Greek book, so I don't know if you'll be able to find it if you don't live in Greece. But it's one of my favorite fairy tales, and it's romantic and sweet and not as weird as it sounds. It's a really, really sweet book. The Flowers of Evil, on the other hand, not a sweet book, but a wonderful book, a truly, truly beautiful poetry. Baudelaire is amazing, amazing. His works all are a favorite of mine. Wicked! Some of you may have seen the musical, and some of you may have read the book, and those of you that have done both know that the book and the musical are totally different. This is to Wicked the musical what Torchwood is to Doctor Who. In a few words, darker, sexier, edgier, better. No, I didn't mean that. But yeah, they're both awesome in their own way. The Kiss of Death, Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman, must read. Neverwhere, also by Neil Gaiman. And finally, American Gods by Neil Gaiman. You should read everything from this guy. I mean, I really mean it. Those are all just 3 of the 100 of books of his I have. The Once and Future King by T.H. White. The 12 Kingdoms. It's not finished yet. I think they haven't been translated, but they're really good. They're Japanese. 6 of the 21 Discworld books that I currently own. A book of poetry from Sappho. Sappho was an ancient Greek poet, and her poems were really, really lovely. You should all check her out. She's really good. The Dark is Rising, 3 of the 5 books by Susan Cooper. It's a very good series, even though it's children's book. You should read that. The King's Damosel, The Green Knight, and King Arthur's Daughter by Vera Chapman. Also 3 wonderful books. My favorite from Arthurian literature. And last but not least, The Road to Avalon by Miss Joan Wolfe, which is a very underappreciated book. It's wonderfully written and not really famous, where it should be, because it's much better than Mists of Avalon, for example, and Mists of Avalon is pretty well known. Anyway, those were my 51 books. I think there were 51 at least, I'm not really sure. But anyway, tell me if you have read any of those or like any of those, and maybe suggest what book I should read. See you next Thursday!